Hey, mister, can you hang 10? I'm right in the middle of a film crew. Yeah. Yeah? Now will I pull my hat up so you can see my face? Back in '82, we got all the family together and everything. We went to Old Dumaji and had a big meeting. Yeah. And then in 1984, we first started the Carpentaria Land Council. It's really hard to explain some of these things, you know, because I've been in that struggle. And we got rangers today, you know, that we wanted to pursue from the very beginning.
My name is Jack Green. I'm a full Garo man. And I'm also on the board of director with Carpentaria Land Council. Ranger is important to Aboriginal people, and they're helping us get all of young people and kids back out on the country so they can get the knowledge of the country more. Because what they teach us in the past, and we want to forward that knowledge up to our rangers, and then our rangers teach our kids and that, you know, so they can be aware of bad fires and bad incoming weed, what animal we got left, you know, and how to look after this country more instead of having looked at rubbish, you know.
The ranger program is run by the Carpentaria Land Council, who for the last 25 years have struggled for land rights and has eventually returned 60% of the lower Gulf to Aboriginal control. Now with that ownership of land comes a responsibility of looking after country, and we have the Aboriginal Ranger, Land and Sea Ranger programs to do that. They're based for the Gunglit and Gara out of Burketown, for the Lardil, Kaidilt and Youngull out of Mornington Island, and in Normanton we have the Cookach, Kuthan and Kurtjar Rangers. All of the activities and programs carried out by the Rangers in the Lower Gulf are based in the Aboriginal culture, in our practices that have gone on for thousands of years.
The fish trap's been built many years ago by our ancestors. The purpose of the fish trap were to obviously trap fish and other marine animals and that. When the tides come up, fish go along and feed on the side of it. And then when the tide drops, fish is stuck, and you know, family members are not going to have feed out of it. Part of our job is to restore it, so in future we can keep it going for the rest of our family, like generations after.
This place here is Jilgara Lake. It's out here, not much of a lake anymore, but here in the early days, the Gungulita people actually lived right up along here and lived off this lake. Used to flourish with all sorts of bush tucker, barramundi, a lot of wild birds and all sorts of wildlife used to be here, so it was always rich with food sources for the Aboriginal people back in those days. These days it's just all silted up due to cattle and other things, just all silt flowing into here. We like to try and get the cattle and all that sort of thing off the lake. Hopefully the lake over years and time will actually get in and help repair it itself as well. Hopefully in years to come our future generation will be back like our old people, fishing here and swimming here and basically living back off it.
With the ranger program going on now, it's opened a lot of eyes for a lot of people, working on country as well. Project has been going good, got interest from the various agencies as well as outside, Ghost Nets, Customs, AQUIS, sort of tapped into the ranger program as fee-for-service stuff.
Ghost Net is a major problem, especially around here and the Northern Territory. around the islands, some of the islands that we have there, a great nesting site for turtles, and they actually the ghost net actually rolls in, and the turtles, they like to sit up in the shallow waters, and they have to get up to breathe, and they tangle themselves in the net and they end up drowning. And it's a major problem, ghost nets. But what are we trying to do? We're trying to collect much as we can, keep information, data on them, and find out where they come from, and then hopefully one day somehow it'll all stop.
One of the best parts of the ranger programs has been that a lot of the traditional knowledge people hold has been complemented or reinforced by a lot of training in the use of a lot of tools and resources and machines and new technology that allows them to record and document all of the work they do.
Well, the ghost nets we do along the Delta coast. Once we go along, we collect all these nets. We bring them back to a central point. We start to code those nets so they know what sort of nets are coming up along that coastline.
Well, we've caught 3 mullets and a couple of briny brims and a prawn in here. We've just gave a rough measurements of each fish and the species of each fish, and that's basically what we do as a cast net survey. It helps us maintain the health of these little estuaries right around running into the salt pans, and it helps us in understanding the species that use these things as protection and as nurseries. Because as you can see, these ones here, they're only about 2 weeks old to get to that size. So we do know now that this is a nursery for these fish. Get shallow, though. No sticks, you're right.
The Gungahlin Guttural Land and Sea Rangers conducting a croc survey within the Burketown region, seeing how much crocs we have in our river. Every month we do a count, so to speak, to see how healthy our river system is, to see how much juveniles have hatched after the wet season, to see if our numbers are dwindling, crocodiles, and if they're dwindling, what reasons for. There's lack of fish, lack of food, why comes a lack of food, overnetting, so forth. And if they're not dwindling, if they're climbing their numbers, and see why they're climbing. Every crocodile plays their part in the ecosystem, takes care of the river system like everything else. Good numbers healthy, but overpopulated is not healthy, and underpopulated is not healthy. So we do our part around this way to make sure that the balance is kept even.
Go. Jump for him. Did you get that? Quicker!
The benefit to the wider community of our ranger program is we are sharing thousands of years of our knowledge and science with Western science and Western knowledge. Our knowledge comes from occupation, observation, and environmental management of our own country.
Back in the early days, they used to manage country by fires and keep pest weeds and that sort of thing away from it, off the land and that sort of thing, by fires, killing them. We burn at certain times of the year, not just any time of the year. We like to burn a bit early, so when it is dry like this at the end of the year, you get you've got already places where it's already burnt, so it stops the big wildfires coming through.
I wish my old people would have been alive today. They would have been a lot happier to see their people gone back on their country and burning, you know. It'd make me happier that I see my own family, Aboriginal people working on their own country.
And I'm really pleased to see the Rangers here. And I hope we can achieve more, you know, get more country back, because if we don't have the country, we're nobody. And if we don't have the Rangers, we're nobody. Yeah, we got a lot of country we need to keep. We're not giving them to nobody. Nobody getting them. Yeah, they're for us and our future generation. Where we want to start again. Yeah, start the right way.
In the future, we want to be a part of the economic development we need to be to remove ourselves from welfare that exists throughout the Gulf. However, all economic development, we want to be sustainable so that it benefits future generations and the country is looked after.